Hey everyone, Thornton here, and today we're going to be talking about XDefiant as we finally have a release date on it for May 21st. However, the question is, with games like Helldivers, the finals, is XDefiant releasing a little too late? May 21st marks the supposed arrival of XDefiant, and I say supposed because this game has gone through development hell and has been delayed more times than I can count. And it is a free-to-play arena shooter from Ubisoft that's been plagued with a lot of lofty expectations. While the game boasts a unique blend of character classes, abilities, and familiar gunplay, its launch window has become a minefield of competition. And the question is, well, can XDefiant actually carve out a niche amidst established giants like Call of Duty and surprise hits like Gray Zone Warfare, not to mention the finals and Helldivers which have been chugging along, or is it destined to be a victim of its own tardiness? And XDefiant's core gameplay loop is really critical for it because it revolves around fast-paced, objective-based matches. Players choose from a pool of defiants, each with a distinct ability and playstyle. One defiant might be a hulking tank shrugging off bullets while laying down suppressing fire. Another might be a nimble flank specialist teleporting behind enemy lines to disrupt their defenses. This class system, inspired by hero shooters like Overwatch, does add a layer of strategic depth to the traditional arena shooter formula, but doesn't necessarily break the mold either. However, XDefiant's biggest hurdle might be, like I said, its timing. When this game was first announced, some saw it as a potential Call of Duty killer, and it had a ton of hype behind it. However, multiple delays have pushed its release date dangerously close to the next Call of Duty title, reportedly scheduled for November and doing some new stuff with an open world environment set in the Gulf War. And this proximity to a juggernaut franchise is a risky proposition to say the least, especially if it turns out not to be a Call of Duty killer. Further complicating matters is the emergence of unexpected contenders. Gray Zone Warfare is a newcomer in the FPS scene. Right now it's only on PC, but it has taken the online world by storm. Reviewers have praised its innovative cover destruction mechanics and emphasized on squad tactics, leaving some to wonder if XDefiant can actually offer a similarly fresh experience. It's obviously not going to be the same experience, but what little niche XDefiant had seems to be growing very small. Then there's Helldivers 2, the sequel to a cult classic cooperative shooter with its emphasis on teamwork and tongue-in-cheek humor. And Helldivers caters to a niche that XDefiant might struggle to fill, that a lot of shooter fans have actually turned to. And if you still are a fan of the classic FPS arena combat kind of style game, well, there is the finals, which is still chugging along, and according to reports from the devs, has never hit below 300,000 players a day, which is absolutely insane and will be a competition for XDefiant. So the question is, can XDefiant defy the odds? It definitely has the potential. The class system does inject a dose of tactical variety, and the free-to-play model will attract a large player base. However, Ubisoft needs a flawless, and I mean flawless, launch and a constant stream of engaging content to keep players invested, especially with the competition breathing down its neck. Ultimately, XDefiant's fate hinges on its ability to establish a unique identity. Every other game I've mentioned on this list, other than Call of Duty, has something very unique about the core gameplay mechanics that players latched onto. Even Call of Duty is trying something new in its formula with doing the open world setting. So the question is, can this game provide the squad-based camaraderie of Helldivers 2 with a more modern aesthetic in an FPS game? The answer to these questions will determine whether XDefiant becomes the next big FPS or fades into obscurity, a victim of its own delayed arrival. Let me know down below, even though the hype has died down quite a bit for XDefiant, are you still planning on playing it and are you very excited? Or do you think that the other games have kind of taken the steam and spotlight away from it a bit? Also, don't forget to check out these videos right here where I cover all the news and leaks for new games like Marvel Rivals, Helldivers 2, the finals, and so much more. And until next time everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.